When giants walked the earth, across ancient myths, from Greece to India, from Africa to the Americas, there is one story repeated again and again: the Age of Giants. Skeletons discovered in the 1800s and early 1900s mysteriously vanished from museums. Newspaper articles describe humans over 9 feet tall, found inside stone chambers carved with impossible precision. Were these real? Or censorship? Or something in between? If ancient civilizations were more advanced than we think, could they have preserved genetic lines that no longer exist today? Or were these ancient people simply stronger, bigger, and more capable than we imagine? The Sky People of the Old World. The Dogon tribe of Mali knew the orbit of the star Sirius B thousands of years before telescopes. Ancient Sumerian tablets describe beings who descended from the heavens. The Mayans wrote about teachers who came from the sky bringing knowledge of astronomy and agriculture. Are these myths or memories? Memories of ancient travelers, ancient scientists, perhaps even ancient survivors of a lost civilization who spread across the world after the Great Cataclysm. The cataclysm that erased a world. Every ancient culture speaks of a great flood. The Bible, the Quran, the Epic of Gilgamesh, Hindu scriptures, Native American legends, Australian Aboriginal stories, all describe the same event: a world drowned, cities lost beneath the sea, mountains reshaped, civilizations wiped out overnight. Modern science now confirms that around 12,800 years ago, a sudden global disaster occurred, likely caused by a massive comet impact or extreme solar activity. This event ended the mysterious Ice Age cultures and forced humanity to start again. When the waters fell, only fragments remained. The survivors who rebuilt civilization. After the catastrophe, small groups of survivors spread across the world. They carried knowledge, not advanced machines, but memories: how to build, how to farm, how to observe the stars, how to carve stone. These survivors became the seed of future civilizations: Egypt, Mesopotamia, the Indus Valley, the early Chinese dynasties, the Olmecs, the Andean peoples. This is why the earliest civilizations appear suddenly and fully formed with no gradual development. They were not starting from zero. They were rebuilding what was lost. The hidden architecture of the ancients. Some of the oldest structures in the world still defy explanation. The Great Pyramid of Giza, aligned with true north within 0.05 degrees. Sacsayhuaman in Peru. Stones so perfectly fitted, you cannot slip a sheet of paper between them. Nan Madol, massive basalt logs transported across ocean water with no known technology. The Kailasa Temple, carved from solid mountain from the top down. These structures belong not to primitive cultures, but to master builders. Builders with inherited knowledge from a forgotten world. Unfinished monuments of a lost age. Around the world lie enormous unfinished stones. At Baalbek in Lebanon, a single stone block weighs 1,650 tons. No modern crane can lift it. In Aswan, Egypt, an unfinished obelisk lies abandoned, so large that even today we cannot move it. Why did ancient builders begin projects that were impossible to finish?
Lift the stone.
Unless the technology they once had was suddenly lost. The survivors after the cataclysm might have remembered how to build, but lost the means to build. The ancient maps no one can explain. Long before satellites, long before flight, ancient map makers knew things they shouldn't have known. The Piri Reis map of 1513 shows the coast of Antarctica without ice. But Antarctica has been frozen for at least 6,000 years. Where did this information come from? perhaps from older maps, copied again and again from a civilization that existed before the ice, a civilization that charted the world when coastlines looked very different. The lost libraries of the ancient world. Imagine this. Every ancient culture had libraries of wisdom. Alexandria, Nineveh, Nalanda, Carthage, Mayan codices, Chinese imperial archives. Almost all were destroyed. Fire, war, conquest, fear, or intentional erasure. What knowledge was lost? What history burned with those scrolls? Perhaps texts that spoke of the world before the flood. The world before recorded history. The world of ancient Earth. Are we the first civilization? Modern society believes we are the first advanced civilization. But Earth is 4.5 billion years old. The time humanity has existed is just a blink. Civilizations could have risen and fallen many times long before us. Stone erodes, metal decays, cities vanish, continents move. The Earth forgets, but not completely. It leaves clues, and those clues tell one story. Human history is far older, far deeper, and far more mysterious than we were ever taught. Returning to the origins, we stand today not at the peak of civilization, but at the edge of rediscovery. Every new discovery, from ancient DNA to submerged temples to megalithic ruins, points to a forgotten past.
We found it!
A past waiting to be uncovered. A past that belongs not to archaeologists, not to scholars, but to all of us. Because the story of ancient Earth is the story of humanity itself. And that story is only just beginning.